Danielle from Cageless Readings. So I did this pick a card reading a little bit backwards. I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough time to record all the pick a card piles. So I just started shuffling and then pulling cards for each pile, but I ended up getting them all done. So now I'm just filming the intro, which is why it's dark in the intro and it'll be sunny and light in your card readings because it was a different time of day. So anyways, that being said, the topic that ended up coming through was clarification on why there is chaos around you right now, or in your life, or in your environment. Each pile kind of had a different way chaos was showing up, but in each pile it did give some clarity about why it was happening. So that all being said, I am going to do a little bit of a sound here, just on the pyramid. I don't really know quite what to call it. Sound clearing, sound grounding. So the intention here is that when I play it, it helps ground you, get you reconnected in your body, clear you of anything that's not really serving you, and just getting you recentered and realigned with your intuition and your higher self. So I'm just going to play this now and let it clear your energy a bit. Okay, now I'm just going to show you which piles you have to choose from. So you will not see these crystals in your start of your pile because I didn't have them at the time. So symbolically, this Aura Rose Quartz is going to be standing for pile 1. Pile 2 is represented by this piece of Howlite. There's a lot of heat coming off this little tiny candle. Okay, pile 3, we have Rainbow Moonstone. I think that's what they call this. All right, so there are your pile options, and I'll give you a few more seconds here to decide, and then I'll see you all in your card readings. Hello, pile 1. So today's pick a card reading for you. We're just looking at what's going on. Sorry, my cat's just found a piece of bubble wrap and started scratching it as soon as I started talking there. Today we're going to be pulling just from this one card deck here, the Angels. Actually, is it called Angels and Auras? It is called Angels and Auras. Okay, just want to double check. And I'm just going to ask for some clarification and some insight from the angels on what is going on with this chaos in the world right now. So I kind of mean this, if you might not necessarily be in chaos, so people around you might be in chaos. That's what I'm thinking for this pile if you've chosen it. And you might just be like, why is this happening? So this card reading is for you, and this is going to be more centered around what you're going through, and then I'm going to see if they give me some details about why other people are experiencing it. So here we go. I'm just going to shuffle, always asking for the highest possible timeline, the highest possible good for you, and we'll see what comes through. right. Okay. And okay, that's all I want for now. So, whoop. We have Jophael Pink, which I really love this. This definitely to me cements that I think this pile really isn't living in much chaos, personally, but I really do, I don't know why, I really do get the impression that like you're looking around you and you're like, oh my gosh, like this person's life is falling apart over here. Someone else's life is falling apart over there. There's just like some structural havoc going on in people's lives around you. Maybe people are having problems with water, with plumbing leaks, maybe I want to say smoke issues for some people. I don't know what that would be. Maybe it's just like environmental stuff is going on wherever you live, and there's lots of like forest fire smoke or something. But anyways, it's just really interesting. I just feel like to you though, things are actually feeling like they're really working in your favor. And I'm kind of tuning in a little bit deeper and I'm just asking, so why are you seeing all this chaos, but you yourself are not experiencing it? And I'm just getting, you guys are just in different cycles. So you had a chaotic cycle. Something tells me it was probably about a year ago, roughly. I wouldn't say to the exact date of today, but I would say with kind of around a year mark. You were living in chaos and it's almost like you learned the lesson and now you're in sort of, how would I say this? You spiraled up, you didn't stay stuck in the circle. If you've heard people say that, instead of being like the snake that bites its own tail and it keeps repeating the same pattern again and again, you feel like you went into chaos, but you started the spiral motion. So you kind of, instead of biting your own tail and repeating it, you've changed and shifted into a slightly different lesson, different phase, for lack of better words. I hope that makes sense. I remember when I used to see the spiral, I didn't get that, but it's like instead of, going in circles, repeating the same mistakes, you're going a little bit past it and you've gone a little bit higher and higher and higher as you go on because you choose to keep learning and being conscious about what's going on. So that all being said, I just feel like the people around you are in an opportunity, basically. They're in opportunity to use this chaos to grow and to break patterns, or it's going to make them fall harder into their bad habits. But you, however, you have so many different things going on. Your reading is all about prosperity. If you can't tell, rainbows are always amazing. Some readers, we all have slightly different meanings behind it. To me, I always see it as extreme healing, miracles happening. I just really see it as like that life force, that highest divine source energy coming into your life and bringing whatever you've been asking for. So if it is healing, if it is abundance, if it is miracles, whatever you've been asking for, I see that as the message of what's coming in, which is even why I feel like you see so many things here. You see wisdom, you see finances, you see empowerment, you see love and compassion and connection, using your voice, seeing things clearly, establishing a deeper connection with your source, your divinity, your higher self, with the oneness of the universe, all that kind of stuff. And it's so interesting. And the fact that you have two cards here, like have confidence in the divine magic, like to me, I don't know what's gone on in the last year or so for you. Yeah, I feel like it does. I keep getting roughly a year. You feel like you've been working. You've been doing a lot of you time. I feel like this is the energy you've been honoring, this compassion, self-care, simplification, beauty. Like when I see beauty, it's just like really loving yourself and treating yourself, and having more compassion for yourself and others in the world around you. And like as you see here, she has all these sticky notes, reminding her that she's limitless. I really feel like this is like your energy. I wanted to put over here because I feel like this is like your first step. Like it would fit better here, but I think you started doing this and now you're in a place where instead of it just being a habit or an action that you got in the habit of making or a routine of making, it is actually it is true now, if that makes sense. Like sometimes, like say you go to do a workout, but you don't really want to work out, but you're telling yourself you're going to like it. You're at the phase of your life where you love it. It is what you love to do, these routines, and they feel so self-honoring. I think that's why. And you like learn to honor yourself and to love yourself and not feel bad for it, or not feel guilty for taking time out of other things. I think that's another big thing here. I feel like you simplified your life from chaos, for lack of better words, and now you're living more in a bliss. So blessings in disguise. I love this. Trust, revelation, significance, and surprise. To me, I get this as you've actually just fallen so into this like beautiful routine, this way of being in the world, that you've kind of forgot all the things you really, really wanted desperately and felt like you could never have. It's not that you don't know what you don't want. It's like, you know, when you first got into it, you're like, what do I want? I want to feel better. I like need more money to come in, or I need my health to change, or I need people to come in and be more supportive, or such and such. I don't know if that's quite making sense. I feel like you've really shifted out of that. And I almost feel like it's like, wow, you've done all this work now. Surprise, like celebration, happy birthday. Like you're getting it in while everyone else, you've completed the cycle. That's what I think it is. You've done so good. You did not go back to old ways. You've really done good. So while these other people are getting another opportunity to learn through chaos, to evolve and to shift and to change, you are being rewarded for the shifts and changes you're constantly making. It's really cool. I really love this. This is like one of those awesome readings you see where all your work is paying off. Soul groups. So I do feel like calling in like the right people, supportive people. Maybe you just want more friends that you can talk about things with, or be more open about your belief systems or your gifts. Or maybe you just want a community where you can read each other's cards every day, or read each other's auras or something, or practice Reiki on each other. Like maybe you've just been asking for that. And I feel like because you did it for yourself and you didn't let not having other people there stop you, you're going to find other people who are the same energy as you, which is super cool. So surrender, belief, affirm, release, the power of prayer. I just so love this. Everything here is saying, I just keep getting confirmations again and again for this pile that you really did release it. I feel like you've released control about how it's going to come in. You've learned to trust that it is. It's like it's saying you're ready. Have confidence. Magic, divine magic is coming in. Blessings are being full and coming in frequently in your life. And I don't feel bad for the chaos other people are in, because you remember, like I keep saying, you went through some extreme chaos to be here, and you rose through it. That's the beauty of it. You rose through the challenge, and now you are getting to reap the rewards, for lack of better words. Just so much good vibes here. I feel like you've done so much. Like I even see like the diploma there, and I feel like it's just like saying like you really, really learned something deeply during all this. I'm sure you learned more than one thing, many things, but it's just super, super awesome. Connection, validation, surrender, belief, affirm. Yeah, everything I'm just seeing. Like I even feel like this is like talking about how maybe you used to feel a little lost, a little heavy, and this is you now. Your point of view has changed. Gratitude, understanding, allowing in assistance. It's just so wonderful. I keep saying that, but the energy behind this is so supportive, and it's really congratulating you. And what's the right word? It's not celebrating necessarily. It's like they're really recognizing, that's the word. They're really recognizing how much work you've done and just how much you've shifted. And it's just amazing. Like this is actually what brings better energy in the world. You changing your vibration, being in this higher. Sorry, it's just my alarm to make sure I'm staying on track with my time. Sorry. It's just saying, yeah, like you've really done so much. Super awesome. And I feel like this pile does have a very close connection with the angels. Just looking at all these little like feathers everywhere. I know it is an angelic deck, but it's just so catching my eye. I feel like you've learned to see little angelic messages everywhere. You've really trusted the synchronicities in the world. you're following all those awesome numbers. And I wonder if you're someone where right now you just find you're always answering like a message back or an email or text back at like a really cool time. Like maybe it's always on like a double number, or it's 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, so 12:34. You know, like it's just, I feel like you're just so in sync with the world right now that crazy things like that are happening. And it's just like reminders that you are living in the right frequency right now. Things are coming in, blessings in disguise, trust, surprise, and it's significant. Super awesome. I think this is actually all I have to say to you guys. It's just saying keep doing what you're doing, and all these things that you've been waiting for are finding you because you're just of that frequency now. You're in that vibration now. Your energy is so light and beautiful. And I don't know if you've ever thought that that was going to be possible for you. Maybe you always felt really heavy before. So I feel like it's just really, really commending you for coming so far and releasing all that stuff. Yeah. Great job, guys. Super great job. So that's all I have for you. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing awesome. And I hope you have a great date. Hello, pile 2. So we are using the magical messages from the fairies oracle card deck for you. And we are just going to be asking, why is there so much kind of chaos in the earth around you? I don't know why I said earth. I was going to say in the world. So maybe you're dealing with environmental issues, like maybe there's lots of rain, random huge rain, downpours, or droughts. No, I feel like there's more stormy weather where you guys are, but I don't know. It doesn't have to be. I just, for some reason, that accidentally slipped in. So anyways, we're just going to ask, and we're going to see if you're feeling like you're chaotic or if it's just the world around you, and just kind of some clarification on why that's happening. So here we go. I'm just going to ask the fairies and Love Enlightened for the highest good of this collective. What is going on right now? Why is there so much chaos? Any clarification? Please and thank you. Okay. I don't think I want that one. Okay, and one more. So here we go. We have, you've got the power, patience, please, daughter. Practice, practice, practice. New home, travel, and we have flower power. Interesting. I just got these 2 cards come out last week's pick a card reading, so that's interesting. We'll see if they have the same energy to them. Okay, so I'm actually thinking I might just take a second here to tune into this energy and put my finger on it about what's going on for you. Okay, so I do just keep trying to connect in a little bit, but I just do keep getting messages around the land that you must be in. And I keep asking, are you sure this chaos or isn't anything like human related? But I keep getting it's land related. Like I actually feel like the land itself is asking for sort of a water clearing, a water cleansing, for lack of better words, to bring back, and they keep showing me specifically more like bugs, which isn't something humans always want to hear, but I feel like it's going to bring back so many bugs, which then is going to bring back so many rodents, which I know everyone has different advice around, but then I feel like it's going to bring back like more, I don't know, a certain bird, I think. I don't think it's all birds, but there's like a bird, one bird coming through, but the main energy is a bunch of variety of bug life. Like, and I don't just mean mosquitoes and like the things that are kind of annoying in damp places. Like I do feel like butterflies and bees, and dragonflies, and I feel like other like little winged bugs that I can't quite put my finger on. It really, I make sense why you guys chose, or got, I should say, the fairy deck, because it feels like people are gonna wonder like, what does this mean for them? But I really feel like this is talking so much about the land asking for it, and giving it an opportunity to really come back and be more fruitful. Like it's almost like the land is asking, I wouldn't say so much for a healing, but like a refresh, a restart. And it's just going to like work its way up. Like from the bugs coming back, I feel like there's just going to be such a chain reaction about like more flowers growing. I even think like, I don't know if deer or elk or caribou or moose are normal in your area, but I feel like more of them will start to be present. Maybe there'll be more wolves if you have wolves in your area. Like it's just is really saying like the chain reaction is really healing for the land. And I get it pretty directly that it is kind of like it's funny when I see this daughter card, I was like, what does that mean? But I actually feel like the land, like the land there, like sent out an ask for Mother Earth to bring it sort of this rejuvenation in this clearing. So it did ask for it through water. So it might even be like kind of swampy in places there, or I even feel like it might be like, I don't know, swampy, marshy. I'm like getting all those kind of things where there's just so much excess water. There's like puddles everywhere. A lot of foliage will be like growing. Like I feel like it's like if you go and you walk in the woods, like you're just soaked from all the excess water that rubs off on you from walking through it, because there's just like water dripping off the leaves. It feels like it must be very chaotic where for the humans there, but it feels like the land is actually fulfilling or getting what it has been asked for, and it's really going to be of benefit for the natural ecosystem of the plant life, in the animal system, and the insect system there. And I feel like there's so many fairies coming in with this to kind of help the land heal and work with that energy. It actually like I'm so sorry because I actually don't know where on earth it's talking about this. So I'm so sorry if there is like a lot of flooding going on, but it's like looking at the perspective from the fairies, it is such a positive event. They cannot see it as a negative event because it's like the land begged for it, asked for it, and it's finally getting fulfilled. So it's really, really interesting. And when I see the travel and new home, like I really see this as coming in for all these like species, for lack of a better word, traveling and coming back there. So I wonder if you live somewhere where there used to be like a larger animal population or something population, and maybe you've even talked about in your society or in the town or city you live in that you're losing a lot of the wildlife or natural ecological system or something like that from humans building there. But I feel like this is what's bringing it back into balance. Like it's figuring itself out. Yeah, and even like the fact that it says flower power, like I just feel like there is so much stuff, is so much life is coming with this water, with this clearing, so much. So I'm kind of like, it is interesting. Like to me, I know it says practice, but I kept seeing this as patience, 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 please. So if you're watching this because you're like, well, my home is here and I don't know what to do, it's really tricky because I feel like for this, that it will continue to be quite damp and wet there and rainy there for some time, until the land feels like it is satisfied with the amount it's gotten. So I would say to trust your own intuition on if you should stay there or find a temporary place to be. Because the fact that it says patience, it makes me wonder if people will come back, and they themselves will see sort of the rewards that the land will now have, from the fruitfulness of it. But you really gotta trust your intuition here. The other thing they keep wanting me to mention, I wonder if someone who's watching this like feels like they've seen unicorns around, or like you feel like with the water when it's raining, like you keep seeing rainbows and you almost feel like you see a unicorn walking out of a rainbow or something like that. It is like, I do feel like unicorn energy is in this area now. Like I'm so sorry, because once again I'm going to say I have no idea about what, like, I can tell this is not going to be a positive event for most human beings living in this place. This is probably not great in the moment for them. I imagine a lot of erosion, a lot of property loss, but they're only showing me as the reader the positivity of this for the land. It's the only thing they're showing me. So I wonder, yeah, I just got to leave it there. But I just want to make that clear. Like, I'm so sorry. This is all I'm seeing is the positiveness that the fairies are seeing from it, and how they're saying this really is a great thing for the land. Like, this is amazing. This is what it's been asking for. There is no error here. There was no jinx or curse to the land. Like, this is actually what it has asked for. And I wonder, even if it feels destructive in your eyes, this is actually bringing so much, like, literally magical energy. Like, that's what I keep getting. Like, I feel like this place is turning magical. So magical, so fruitful. Like, it's crazy. It makes me think of like Disney movies where you see, like, I don't know, like, just like every creature getting along with each other and they're all happy and running around. Like, I see that for like the animal life, and it's actually really neat to see it from that perspective. But I am actually going to pull some cards from the angelic deck, and I'm just going to ask, what can you do here? Because I feel like you're kind of like, okay, that's nice, but like, what does this mean for myself? So what can the human who's inquiring do during this situation? We have career transition, we have communication, blessings in disguise. That fits, I feel like. Perfect timing. Okay, so this is one of the times in a reading where I'm going to say you listen to your intuition. If you just seen these 4 cards come out and it clicked for you, something you've been thinking about, or made you go in your head and be like, oh, I knew I should do this blank thing, trust that, because this is a general card reading. I'm not going to be able to zone in or zero in on your specific situation, but you can. That is the beauty of it. So if you see perfect timing, career transition, communication, and blessing in disguise, go with whatever just came up to you in your mind. My interpretation for the group energy, so the general reading, is I see blessings in disguise as this actually is something, although it is very, very, very chaotic for the humans experiencing it, there is going to be a very positive outcome to it. Like, as you can see, shock, utter shock, disbelief. Like, it looks like, I keep getting like, it feels like a curse to someone here. It feels like a curse. Like, nothing could be worse, but it's saying actually it is a hidden blessing. It is coming with such a good thing behind it. Perfect timing, career transition. This is where I'm kind of thinking, like, if you have an opportunity or you were going to change jobs and this crazy rain or water issue is stopping you, or has stopped you from your past career or job, this might be your opportunity, and this could be the blessing in disguise aspect for you, of being able to take advantage of an opportunity or an advancement that you've been wanting anyways. Perfect timing. For some people, I wonder if you've been wanting to change state or province, and maybe because you'll have to go away temporarily. I'm not saying you have to. I just feel like for some people, I think you actually might have to leave wherever your home is right now because of maybe mold damage, water problems, some sort of issue there. It's like, this is your hidden, like, this is going to work out, because I feel like while it's getting repaired or fixed, you can do this other opportunity. And I feel like, I don't know why, but I keep getting the impression that insurance or something along those lines is going to make it possible for you to test drive something else. Of course, I'm not guaranteeing if you don't have insurance, it's not just going to come out of nowhere, I don't think, but you know, magic is real. It could happen. I don't want to limit you, but I just feel like for somebody watching this, like there is something that's going to help you out, and it's going to be because of this break or this having to go away from whatever this thing you're inquiring about, your home, your career. There is another opportunity presenting itself. Communication, this is really interesting. I'm a little stumped about why it's coming through. But I wonder, and especially since there's so much blue going on, I wonder if you've previously struggled with being good at communicating your needs or what's going on or your situation. And it's just coming through as really be clear with your communication during this time. Maybe before you send out a message or an email or a text or have a phone call, maybe just be sure you're clearly explaining what you need and what you are asking. And maybe even circle back to, this is what I'm asking, or this is what I need, and just even phrase it as that, because I do feel like there is a bit of communication block sometimes, or in the past. Or if it's a very emotional, stressful time, we can tend to not give all the information that we are thinking by accident because we're thinking so far ahead of ourselves, or we're thinking about what happened in the past. So it's kind of just what I'm seeing for you all here. Okay, I'm kind of asking if there's anything else to share, but I think this is all I have for you. Kind of shorter readings, but that's just what they gave me today. And I feel like if I were to keep talking, I'm just going to keep repeating it again and again. So I hope this helps. I hope you get through the situation and you do find the blessings in disguise, and that it is better for not knowing a better word, it is better for you than I feel like it has been. There's just like, I do feel like for you it is chaos, but for the environment it is like good. So it's a really tricky place to be. So just best of luck. Some of you might rewatch this pile again. Maybe just to, I feel like some of you are kind of like in trauma or stress or shock or panic or something. So feel free to watch it again if it resonated, just to let it sink in. But no pressure there. Otherwise, I just hope you have a good day. And yeah, just wish you the best of luck with the situation. Hello, pile 3. So we're going to do a pick a card reading on, oh my gosh, sorry, my throat. It's got so dry. I think I might have to cough. Give me a second here. I have to go get some water. Okay. Water seems to be an element that's coming up a lot during this reading and this last week, I find, for people. So I'm not sure what that's about still. Clearing is just an element that wants to work with us right now. I'm not totally sure, but you also might be going through sort of a detox, clearing, releasing time, and maybe I just need to mention to drink more water than normal. And maybe some of you, if you have felt called to it, maybe you felt called to some, what are they called? Is it called like essential salts or something like that? I don't know. Anyways, I can't remember. It's not Epsom salts, but it's like, actually, maybe an Epsom salt bath wouldn't be so bad for this pile for helping release. But I feel like for some of you, if you've been interested in it or you've previously taken, they're like different like natural salts that come in like a little prescription bottle, and they're for different things. Some are for like your circulation system, some are for dry skin, some are for like varicose veins or restless leg syndrome. Gosh, there's so many. There's some are for digestion, but they're just different types of salt. And some of you might want to look into that. But of course, I am not a healthcare practitioner, and I do not know anything about your own personal health. But for some reason, started thinking about salts. So that might be something you already know about, and I'm just confirming that message for you. So anyways, let's get back on topic of your card reading. So we're going to look at what is going on with this chaos. I can't remember if I said that at the start. I'm pretty little all over the place. So yeah, what is going on with you? What is going on with this chaos around you? And what messages do the angels have for you right now to clarify or bring clarity to you about what's going on? Okay, and this is a piece of kyanite, by the way, that you have in your pile, which is also good for releasing, healing, detoxing. I don't want those ones. Apparently I wanted that one. From your body. Okay, so interesting. I feel already like just my energy has shifted so much since I started this pile. Feeling very grounded and a little all over the place. So I feel like that's probably something you're going through because it didn't happen until I started this pick a card pile. Spiritual adventure, spirit relationships, renewed connections. Okay, I'm gonna leave it upside down just so I remember. Let's see here. Guardian angels. Ooh, you got Jophael Pink. You've got career transition. And you got, okay, so when I'm doing reverse in this case, I just am reading it as what you are not currently doing, if that makes sense, but you could use, if that also makes sense. So spiritual adventure, spirit relationship, guardian angels is the energy you've got going on right now, and this learning, self-care, simplification, and beauty. I feel like you are learning this though, because it's kind of at the end of your journey and how I have it set up, which is telling me that where you are kind of experiencing more chaos, and I'm going to say for this pile, I feel like you're experiencing like fatigue, maybe like body and stress issues, things of that sort of nature. And what it's telling me is to look at is, so it's when it says focus on your health, it usually means like it says neglect or excess, which to me means that, you know, I feel like for this pile too, just tuning into your energy, you know what maybe you should be doing, but it for some reason, due to stress, busyness, fatigue, exhaustion, you aren't quite doing it. You're not getting there. But I do feel like you know what you need to do. So if there is like taking naps as a thing, lightening your schedule, making time for yourself, doing a meditational practice, doing yoga, I feel like there's some sort of hobby or activity that you like to do that you're not currently doing. And all this literally makes you feel well. So this is kind of what it's pointing out. The career transition. So this is telling me whatever you're doing right now for work, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, a stay-at-home dad, whether you're doing that on top of your career, or someone you might be working a couple of jobs. I get overall that some of you know that you're not really aligned with your work anymore, but you are still there. And I want to be careful when I say this, but I feel like for this pile, this is coming up because I think there's other career opportunities and possibilities, but I think you haven't taken them a little bit out of feeling comfortable and safe in this role, in this position, which is totally okay, but it's telling me you need to change something there because you, like the words literally say, feel stuck, bored, stagnant. And when it says scarcity, it usually means you're only staying there because there's like a fear of what if this other job can't, I don't know, provide as much, or what if they're not as flexible in their hours as I need them to be. But the thing when this card comes up like this, it says that maybe you need more information. Like if it comes from a place of like fears that aren't validated by anything or confirmed by anything. So maybe there is this other option or career option, but you haven't made a phone call and really clarified about what's going on and asking if they would be available to maybe let you pick up your kids on Tuesdays and Wednesdays or Thursdays and Fridays or something. I feel like there's like a worry around that. Like it's just saying like your schedule's very complicated and you're worried that a different job won't cater to it, but I just keep getting messages that they're couldn't hurt to clarify with this other company or workplace that is actually true. And why, like, I just want to reiterate when I'm saying this, because I feel like when it comes up upside down, it's saying like there is more information you can get. And it usually means that something is going to work out for you. There is way for, what is that word? Cooperation. So it feels like a false stack. Sometimes if I saw it coming up, but the energy was a little funky here, I would just say like, you know, you're wanting career transition, but nothing's come through, and it's just, you have to stay there a little bit longer. But I feel like it's telling me there is other choices and ways for you to shift this. There's some change that can happen there. But it feels very communication based. Like all these cards feel like there's a bit of a block in communication or clarification around something. Yeah, I don't know. You know what that means, I assume, because it's your life and you're going through it. So spiritual adventure, travel, education, experience, inspiration, intuition, connection, science, and inspiration. So it's very interesting. I feel like I see so much about you being on a little bit of a inner self journey. I want to say that because I feel like all these eyes are closed, and I feel it's all about you like going within and asking what's really going on, what's really happening in your body. Why are things happening? How to connect with your body, how to connect with your intuition, how to connect with your inner self, how to connect with your inner child. I feel like you're really working on all that stuff. And when I see this on a train, like I feel like it's saying like you're really just getting started. So maybe you've done like some self-awareness and some self-growth stuff, but I think you've switched more into the spiritual stuff. Fairly new. Like, I don't even know. Like, I wonder if you've always kind of believed in this stuff, but you haven't like taken such an active step to be engaged in it. So maybe you're like seeing a Reiki practitioner now, or going to acupuncture, or doing meditation classes, taking intuitive courses. Oh gosh, sorry, this is my voice when I'm like trying to say all the possibilities out there that the group might be experiencing, but I can't quite say them all, and some of them I haven't heard of. Qigong. There we go. Qigong. That's not a real thing. Qigong. I feel like there's just things like that. Ooh, I actually really like the idea of Qigong for this file, because it's just so getting into your body and moving energy. It feels really good for you. And it's good at slowing you down, which could be good for this group as well. Renewed connection. So this is interesting. I actually see this card. It was just so surrounded by crazy chaos. This is where a lot of chaos is coming from for this pile. I feel like it feels like literally overwhelmed, like not being able to answer enough emails, answer all your calls, get back to people fast enough. Feel like spend time with your friends and family, spend time doing like whatever this hobby is you like doing, singing, dancing. I don't know, maybe you literally used to like go to classes once a week for something. I don't know what it is. I can't quite put my finger on it. But there's this thing you used to do and you're not doing anymore, and it feels like a group class or some kind of like weekly thing you did with your friends, something like that. But it's not there because there's no time. And then over here, I don't know, I'm like, I want to say pen pal, but I don't know. Does anyone have pen pals anymore? I don't know. I'm not really that trendy. So maybe you have a pen pal. Maybe it's actually because you're writing books, or you're trying to do something along those lines, teach people something, write a course, you know, all that kind of genre. You're trying to get your knowledge and information down on paper, but there's just not enough time for it all. And this feels like the utter chaos. Just too much to do, too much relying on you, like, that's what I want to say. Feels isolating, it feels separating, and it just feels like an overwhelming mess. I think that's the main source. So that's where I feel like these other two things aren't helping. Not doing those body things that you normally do that make you feel good, like maybe an Epsom salt bath. Or just eating certain food. Maybe you're eating a lot of fast food, which makes you sick, or you literally actually have an allergy to some of it, but you're just kind of like pushing through because it says you do know better, but you're just kind of like, I don't have time for this right now. So yeah, it does feel very chaotic for this pile. It does feel like a lot is going on. Yeah, I feel like to me you're like, thanks. Yeah, I already knew that. Well, you're welcome. Guardian Angels White. So protection, clarity, spiritual wisdom. So this is where I find it really interesting because it seems like you also have these moments where you're like, oh, everything's gonna work out. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. And I feel like these moments happen when you are taking like a second to connect in, to look for the signs, to listen to your intuition, to learn that self-care. So I guess what I'm seeing as some advice for you guys would just be is just, and I think you are learning this because like I said, I feel this is coming in as your ultimate sort of end place, is learning to really be self-honoring, simplifying, so that you are more productive and you're still enjoying your life, having compassion for yourself and being gentle on yourself about your time and honoring. Like, I just feel like this is where these cards come up and these cards come up and they're all in like a higher alignment with you with this card. So yeah, Archangel Jophiel, she helps us work on our own like self-love and beauty and self-care. I know she's an angel, but I get kind of like goddess vibes from Archangel Jophiel. I don't know. I just feel like it's similar. Spa day kind of energy comes through for that. Yoga retreats, sound bath retreats, connection. Oh, I feel like this pile so is just longing for a good, deep talk with like people, lightheartedness. I feel like that's like something that is missing a little bit. And yeah, like I said, I do see so much around communication and just feeling like, I feel like it's like you're not feeling like you have time to get in contact with everyone you need to. And then I also feel like there's like this lack of communication too from just this busyness and this overwhelm. So I see why I feel so chaotic. I'm trying to see if there is, I don't know if you feel like, I feel like this pal doesn't feel like I've given them like a really good answer on what to do about it. It would say start making just slightly different, healthier choices. Like, don't eat that stuff that makes you feel exhausted. Maybe gives you brain fog, maybe gives you like really bad bloating that you like aren't really listening or feeling grounded, and then concentration is bad. I would say ask more questions about this potential career. So whatever it is that is blocking you, I wonder if you could find out more information to see if they could swing your schedule or something like that. I feel like I just keep getting there is a solution and an opportunity is what they keep saying. Yeah. Okay. I kind of want to pull one more card for you just to like end it on, because like I said, I feel like some of you are just like, what am I supposed to do still? Sorry. That's me channeling your energy, your inner energy. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta clear myself here. I'm feeling chaotic. All right, what are we going for? What is the final card for the highest grade love and light of pile 3 on advice? What is the ultimate advice you can give them to help with this situation? Okay. Your desires are within reach. Oh, that's so cute. Look at that. You're gonna own this. You're gonna rule, like conquer this. Feels very masculine, but I actually think it's gonna be very feminine that gets you there. And look, she has a little feather on her shoulder. And so I feel like you're going to get there with some help and some support, because it's also 44, which is all about reaching out to support system, collaboration, and not doing things on your own and not being in that isolation energy. Super neat. Faith, patience, excitement, relief. Oh, I feel like that's what you guys are waiting for, is some relief from this stress and chaos. So I see it coming in for you. You've got this. You got this. I know there are only a few small steps that I gave you, but it's crazy how just our physical health and what we're putting in our body can change so much. And then asking about this work is going to also change your energy every day, because it won't feel stagnant, stuck, bored, stuck in scarcity, being stuck there at work. Or in the role you're in. Like I said, some of you I think are stay-at-home moms, and it's just like you just can't do that much. You're just like It is not filling your cup to not interact with people, to not have time to yourself, to not have adult time, collaboration and communicating. Like I said, I know this is hard to hear because maybe for some of you, it's even communicating with your significant others, like whoever your co-parent is, and being clear that you need some help. You're just not loving your life right now. And it just feels so chaotic and you can't continue at this speed or you're just gonna have a hard time making it through it. I think that's going to be really hard for some of you, but it just keeps saying there is opportunity. There is a possible change and cooperation is the word I keep getting. So I just wish you the best of luck. And yes, you've got this. You've got this. If you like, maybe you need to pet some kyanite. I don't know why. I feel like that might be calming for this pile. Petting some kyanite. Ooh, and it also will help with your throat chakra. Oh, that's so true. Okay, yeah, you might need to just, if you have kyanite, maybe just hang on to it, pet it, tune into the energy of kyanite if you don't have it and you don't have any extra money. If you're like somebody here is like, I can't buy anything, I don't have any money. Just, you can actually connect to anything by just tuning into the collective energy of kyanite. So that's always cool. But yeah, sometimes it's nice to also hold it. So good luck. Good luck. You've got this. Oh, kyanite also is very flaky, so sorry about that. I'm shedding some. I would give you some of these pieces if I could. But tune into the energy of kyanite. I think that will help. Okay. Best of luck. Got this. You are strong, empowered, and you need some time to not feel so stressed out and experience some relief. So don't be scared of this conversation. It's going to be more honoring for you and I feel like your family in the end of all of it. You've got it.